What is going on, guys? We're back on another video today, and we're doing another 10-year sim on Madden 19. Of course, this is technically kind of a bit of a rebuild. We are down to our second to last team, the Dolphins, with the Cardinals being the final one. Of course, got to give it a little bit of spacing because we just did a Cardinals rebuild recently, so, it'd be kind of weird to do a 10-year sim rebuild right after, big deal there. Dolphins, on paper, are probably a bottom 3 team. I'm sorry, Dolphins fans. The Packers were on top for so long. We kind of, one Super Bowl is nice. Kind of ruined it because we probably should have won at least 2 Super Bowls each. Hall of Fame quarterback. Obviously, Rodgers still has some time. We could lose, we could win 5 straight for all you know. But we're kind of underachieving. You guys didn't really have the talent in the last, 10 years to do it in general. So it's not as bad, in my opinion. So, as much as you want to say, oh, I'm talking crap, these things happen, okay? That's why we're here. 10 years. Let's see what the Dolphins can do. Of course, Tannehill, I don't even think is on the Dolphins anymore, is he? I'm pretty sure they let him go, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, we're not going to do the whole new rosters and all that right now. The series is pretty much over. Might as well wait for that. Devontae Parker, I want as the premier wide receiver. He's like 24-25. Kenyon Drake, Frank Gore, he's too damn old. Sorry, Kenya. Frank Gore, you're one of the greatest, but I want the guy that's younger. You're not going to be here in 10 years. Maybe in real life at this rate. Offensive line is actually one of the best we've had in most of these 10-year sims. Of course, Sitton, rather old. And then Juwan James, considering 10 seasons, not young himself. Raekwon McMillan and Baker, though, that's a good tandem. Both 21, 22 years old. They could both be here by the end of this thing, hoping to Jesus. Minka Fitzpatrick, that's a guy that definitely will be here by the end of this thing. Xavier Howard, he'll be good for a good couple of years. So this team has a couple of pieces, but there's obviously a lot of guys we do have to replace. And that's, where we're going to start. Of course, you're new to this series. We're going to have 10 years to see what happens. We are allowed to add 1 player a year, 2 in the final. And that's pretty much all you need to know. And, that's it. Already finishing the regular season for the first year. And we finished with a 5-10-1. Mitchell Trubisky is the MVP. We're going to have to take a look at that. That is not a common practice. The thing that's kind of crazy, though, is that at first I was a little worried. Look at this season. I think we were 5-4-1, and we just lost every single game just about. Adam Gase, I really don't want to say the pedo joke anymore because it's kind of unfair. That's just the way he looks. Maybe a little harsh on the guy, but Jesus, man. His face looks creepy. Danny Amendola, Devontae Parker with quick dev. Ooh, he's 26 now. Or did he start 26? Hopefully he got older just now or like recently. I think you get older after your season's over. So, if I'm not mistaken, anyways, not a great season for really anyone on the team. Was there any guys that really upgraded nicely though? Let's see. Ken Drake 1 upgrade. Devontae like 2. Kasicki like 1. We have the sliders adjusted as well. Fitzpatrick, however, very freaking good. Superstar Dev. Yeah, that's really good. The linebackers looking pretty decent themselves. Defensive line, I mean, this is one of the oldest lines in the league. 37 for Wake. It's crazy how late he started, though. Started like, what, 26, 27? It's pretty late for an NFL player, especially to turn out as well as he did. Rams, Steelers. Hopefully we don't miss the stats here. I kind of left it a little long. I think we should be able to still see them, though. So Trubisky, 4,600 yards, 44 touchdowns, 13 picks. That is just not something that's going to happen, simply put. He will never do that. Taylor Gabriel, 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. That will never happen. The only way that happens is if he has a lucky couple of games where he just breaks like a 75-yard touchdown off. Other than that, he's just not one of those guys. He's kind of a slot guy, of course. About 60 mil to work with. Not a surprise one bit. Center's getting, well, not even getting bad. He's straight up bad. Right guard is not even a thing for us. Wide receiver, I think we're good for another year. Obviously, we'd like to get going on a younger guy. And if you go 21, we would be fine for the rest of this thing. But obviously, they have to be decent. Cornerback is probably the strongest position on defense. Of course, new right outside linebacker. So there's a lot of things we can do to upgrade. Let's see if there's any huge names year 1. Got Sheldon. That's just not a huge name. Zadarius. Packers paid him quite a bit in the offseason in real life. And the Redskins here are willing to pay even more. Preston, Redskins also paying him. So there really obviously wasn't much there to take for us. We have pick 6, which is is actually really damn high. The question is, what do you go for pick 6? It could be one of those times we let the AI, let it, ooh. He's really slow, though. Let the AI take a guy, an 8.2. Now, I will say, this guy actually kind of looks white. When would you, white corner in general, but a top class white corner? That seems a little odd, but he looks pretty good. Who is this? This guy looks very accurate, but it's kind of weird to see a guy with that bad a throw power. So now, of course, you still have Jeromepkr. He's a 6'7" strong arm. Looks pretty damn good. Would you expect him to be there another round, though? I think you kind of have to. I think we have to get on that quarterback wagon now. I don't care who we took in the first round. I think we have to go Jeromepkr. 77 overall quick. He's, kind of in the early start of, really? 92 throw power only? I'm not going to say that's a bust pick because it's a second-round player. That's great. But the dev on that is really rough considering he's not even that great of like a starting piece. Of course, we're just hoping for the best. Ryan Tannehill cannot be the guy. Of course, even though we're only allowed one move a year, if we see someone really good, we could, dip into our next year's move. And holy crap, there is not much here. I feel sorry for the AI. Gonna have to draft. This guy's actually not bad, to be fair. Take a look at the draft recap. Of course, we don't know what our first pick is. It looks like some sort of pass rusher. Ooh, okay, so that guy is kind of one of the best players I've ever seen. 72 stamina is rough. I know he's a bigger guy, but 92 strength, 81 speed, 81 excel, 88 block shed, 77 power move. That's like, wow, that's a really good edge guy. He can play DT. They expect him to play DT as well, I would assume, the kind of higher hit power with the bad stamina. Do we actually play him at DT, though? I really don't know. So, of course, we know our quarterback, Jeromepkr. They do go with the free safety. We actually kind of glanced at. Not really that great, but it could have been worse. Alan Moore, this guy, he's 21. He's going to start. Is he the guy for the future? Is our ooh. Trayshawn Hughes, star dev. He's not very good, but with star dev, he may start. What the hell is wrong? Holy crap. This is kind of lucky, man. Like, I honestly, I glanced. Obviously, we glanced at the roster. Really wasn't. Like, the free agent. I'm so stupid today. The damn class wasn't really that good for players in general. Of course, you guys didn't even see a lineman selected by us. Usually, the AI takes at least one. I don't think they did. I didn't really pay attention. Here's the #1 quarterback, Lucas Miles. He's 24, but he does have superstar dev. Very good quarterback. The Giants should be proud. I was going to change the scheme to a field general. So we're pretty much ready. All we have to do is just trade off that guy. Tankersley's done well in the past, so we might have to do that. We didn't do well enough last season for Gase to even hit enough for a training boost you couldn't get. Are you for real? So we trade Tannehill for a 4th-round pick from the Broncos. I don't know why I blanked out. Vertical zone run is the best bet for us. Patrick is that guy. I was just looking at the purple thing. I was completely zoned out there. Headed to the playoffs. Probably not going to have a spot, even though we did a really good job in the draft. Well, really the AI did. 6-10. Trubisky with another MVP. I'm going to have to take a look at that. 6-10, unfortunately. We weren't the worst team either. There's a couple teams better. Well, better, worse, technically. Patrick really, replicating what Tannehill did, which was really rough. What else do we have? LaRon Smith with 4 touchdowns. It's not very good at all. We're a really bad team, man. I really don't know what to tell you. We do need a center and a right guard. Alan Moore is not a 4-3. What dev is Alan? Start dev. He's a 4-3 linebacker, is he not? Baker, look at that. 4 picks. Nice stuff. Jason Sanders with a nice upgrade in seasons. Year 2, a lot better. Let's take a look at Trubisky again. Like, what the hell is going on? How's he doing what he's doing? I almost want to put their scheme on, which obviously doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's just because of the 1 year he did really well. 94, technically 92 overall. What a beast. Absolute beast status in the making. So the Super Bowl winner was the Rams. Let's go on to the free agents period. We should have lots of money to work with. 84 mil. It's basically not even an NFL roster at this point. Sit and retire. So we have a trio of terrible, terrible linemen. Hughes is actually a really decent overall, surprisingly. LaRon Smith is 76 overall. Stills good. I'm sorry. Linebacker core should be good for the rest of this rebuild, which is insane. Session! Holy crap, my dude. 95 overall. They made him into a like proper run-stopping guy, so I think we may found our defensive tackle. You got a speed and excel upgrade on the season. It makes sense, though, because we're really desperate at... Ooh. It's the opposite, actually. We really need ends. I don't know. We'll see what we do, of course. What the hell is this? Ezekiel Elliott is a free agent. Why? Why now? Couldn't you wait for a different franchise to be a free agent? Oh, Sit and didn't retire. Yeah, I'm going to get him back for free. Because, you know, when you have 84 mil and you're not going to be able to spend all that money, why would you want to fill a player on your team, you know? You might as well just let the money waste. Oh, man, this is so tough. He's 25. He would last for, like, at least 5 to 6 seasons. He's a guy that constantly wins MVP. However, he does want a 7-year deal, which is really kind of wild. I can see why they're not really giving him that money. Man, I can't. I'm going to do the smart move and go with Hughes. He's a 79 overall, and he played terribly. So that's... maybe the second part isn't a great, like, indicator, but I think it's worth just holding out. We have a good... what is it called? We have a good draft pick, so I think we're going to go back to the draft. So pick 9, a little bit worse than last year, but I think we technically did do half a game better this year, so it makes sense. Of course, we're not always going to let the AI decide. You know, I really want this D end. I don't know if I really want him, though. I kind of want him because this center is really good. Holy crap. Like, what do we need? We kind of need a corner. Like, I kind of want a guy that can... Holy jeez. What are with these high grades, but they're not, like, super great? Like, cool, you're a strong corner and you're 5'10". Like, why the hell do I care? You tell me why I should care. Once again, I think we're going to make the smart decision, and we're going to let the AI choose first, because, I mean, it's very hard for them to make a mistake. Oh, now the quarterbacks want to come out, you... Oh, we have a left guard here. He's not very good. These drafts are like, this is a high pick, and there is absolutely no one here. I'm going to put him on the list. I know. What? They didn't scout this guy? He's got a 6.4. The way they're scouting linemen, because we have good tackles, I may have to start scouting on my own. At least in the drafts that we're actually drafting, because that... we don't even have him scouted, but I think I may just reach. Like, I think we might have to. It's a bit of a risk. We're going to take him anyways. We're going to reach. Maybe they knew. Maybe they knew better than I did. That's a terrible pick. Oh, well. Draft recap. Have no idea who they took in the first. That's an interesting position. Center, Alex Forsey, 21 years old, quick dev. That's a good player. That's a really good offensive lineman. Can't lie. Our pick, let's not talk about it. Hunter Purdom, quarterback, very good, but normal dev, useless. PL Hunter, okay. I don't know why you would name someone PL, but okay. BJ, more like BL, am I right? No? Tight end Spikes, kind of fast for a guy in the later rounds. Usually you see like a 72 speeder. I don't think you can get better in the first. Definitely could have done better in the second, though. So, yeah, I might start just taking a free agent anyways because I'm stupid. All right, here we are. Season 3 playoff could be achieved. It is not 5-11. I get we're not that great yet, but we're still a decent team. Richard actually gets over 4,000 yards passing. Hughes, how is he superstar? Was it last season? I don't remember even ever being good. I don't know. Devontae Parker is decent, though. LaRon Smith, that could be a superstar. Especially playing in the slot. Shouldn't even hit 1,000 yards. Sack totals. Lawrence Session is one of the best AI picks I've ever seen, man. Like, they don't even have him very good with his power move either. I'm letting the AI kind of, develop him because I just can't be bothered, upgrading every single time. Xavier Howard's done really well. Quick dev, 91 overall. No man coverage at all. I might have to start upgrading because the AI just focuses on one thing and they don't even worry about anything else. Like, yeah, you're not really expecting guys to be, perfect in 2 aspects, but still. Bears, first time you've seen them in a while, they lose. So that makes me very happy inside, I suppose. Alrighty, so how much money? 107, Jesus. a lot of money. Parker's still the best wide receiver. Smith has definitely developed himself into a starting caliber guy. We lost Sitton again. Potential retirement this time. We're getting better in 83 overall. Strong safety's gone. You know, we're doing well considering we're losing players. Charles Harris started last season. Godshaw. Is his name Shaw? Godshaw? That's what I would assume it is. You know, it's like an O or an A that like UX makes usually. Justin Evans. Chris Godwin. Ooh, Chris Godwin's not bad, actually. Ebukam, we've seen him a couple times. Ooh, Ebukam. Ebukam, huh? It's between Ebukam and Godwin. Pass rusher. He's 25. Oh, he's 26. 26 years old. I mean, if you can make a guy good, like, he could be, like, really solid. I'm honestly gonna use up my next season choice. I think Chris Godwin's that guy. I'm gonna go for a 6 year as well because, like we said in the past, I think when you give them that 5 year, they're 30. They just regress. The game's gonna give them a huge 4 year contract. But at least if he's older, they're like, maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't. You know, maybe we shouldn't spend a lot of money on this guy. He doesn't really make any sense. So if we get both these guys, that'll be our move for next year as well. 2 players that I think are very worth it. I don't think it would be a bad decision. You know, kind of loading up this year. All right, you know the drill, EA. Safety or lineman, or both. 2 safeties. Okay, if you say so. Jordan Giles, 6'4", 21 years old. Yeah, that's a new start in strong safety. Spillman is an actual safety of strong. Normal dev, he's terrible. They go with a left end. Francis Commiller. Not very fast. Super strengthy. I think we could still play him at left end, even though he's not super fast. More of a run-stopping type of guy. Still has the power move to get around you, though. So I think we're going to try it. Hope for the damn best, really. Pick 4 is really high for that safety, but he was good. He just didn't have the dev. You know, obviously in a user league, that'd be a great pick. You know, 21 years of age, 6'4". 83 hit power is not overwhelmingly good, but it's also not bad. And obviously in Madden, it doesn't really take much. Safety's one of the easiest positions to upgrade, of course. Let's take a look at the safety. You know, 79 overall. We got Reed, who is a 75 normal. He's already, you know, an 80 overall. Star dev as well. Okay. That's not bad. I'll take it. We trade Kenny Stills in a 3rd for the Buccaneers' 2nd-round pick. Fair enough. Kenny Stills is a great player. Our 3rd-round pick could be just as good as their 2nd round if it, you know, comes down to it, very close to at least. Obviously, we have optimism that that's not the case, though. Hopefully, we can get the best out of it. Patrick, 88 overall. He's going to be very expensive. Please, Kenyon, stop it. You're ruining everything. Like, please just don't. Not bad. 9-7, the rest of the division doing worse. Jacoby, my man. Jacoby Brissett. Let's take a look at the season. We started off 5-5. Finished pretty damn right down the middle, huh? Pretty close. 9-7. The rest of the division was horrendous. Has been like that for the last couple seasons. We kind of show up, though. Rashard Patrick looking good. Superstar dev. He's going to get paid big time. Hughes, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Gesicki, what is up, my man? That is a good season. LaRon Smith, star dev. Kind of makes me think maybe he was at Superstar at one point. Chris Godwin goes up nicely. That's a Pro Bowl and maybe even an award win. That is very good stuff. I don't understand this. Like sometimes they probably bring him on a blitz, but Alan Moore is a god now. We might actually have ourselves a little bit of a cheese move in the future. Put an up-and-coming outside linebacker in a right out in, you know, a 4-3 like that. You know, I'm just saying. Lawrence Session, he's been killing it. Hasn't lost dev because he's a god. Picks, nothing crazy, but I'm all right with that. I think we've had a great season. Obviously, a Super Bowl trip. A playoff trip is nice. Can we get a win first trip, though? That's the question. We can. Going against the Texans, very hard team to beat. Can we win this one? We can. Going against the Browns, this would be like the ultimate win here. We win! What the hell is this? We're going against Chicago. There's no way in hell the Dolphins are going to win a Super Bowl year 4, I believe. Yeah, no, I knew it was a little too good to be true. That's an amazing season. The 9-7 coming out of nowhere there. We lost 17-28. You know, Trubisky did have a couple of MVP wins recently. Our guy went toe-to-toe with him, you know. Maybe in real life, not super hard to ask for, but in this game, I mean, that's hard. You know, 2-time MVP. Obviously, our guy was probably pretty damn close. I'd say a top 4 candidate. Let's take a look. Our guy was number... Oh, he's actually really low. Some really good players this year. Then 9. Saquon Barkley. Where did Elliott go? She just went into the depths of the ocean. Jacoby Brissett, he's an 80 overall. I know it's a little late in his career, so an MVP win probably doesn't mean much for him here. Let's take a look. You waited too long, Jacoby. You're 29 years old. You're superstar dev, but you're just not very good. Unfortunately, you are not LA Chargers, Jacoby. This kind of proves how clutch we were, like right out the gate, winning MVP with Jacoby, just doing our thing. If you guys are new to the channel and you don't know what I'm talking about our, ooh, I actually don't know if I want to go DB or not. No, we're actually going to go D-line. Talking about our LA Chargers online user franchise. A lot of fun. Honestly, when it comes to pure playing and editing it, definitely my most fun franchise. I do love all of our series equally, though, but when it comes to actually playing it, I kind of like the Chargers just a little bit more. So 97 mil, I'm assuming next season is going to be horrendous for money. It's going to be terrible. Hughes, who really hasn't played well, because his star dev is an 88 overall. So I think we made the right decision passing up on Elliott, because of course Zeke would probably be about 28 right now. Another thing that needs to be noted, that we cannot draft or sign anyone here, so really hoping they go with somebody on the offensive line, maybe left guard specifically. Look at the linebackers. Unbelievable scenes. Normal dev for Raekwon, but he's still good. Baker, normal dev, still good. Giles, 84 overall. Star dev, all right. He must have went up, huh? Star dev, I don't even know what he did, but good stuff, I suppose. What do we actually need? We're 92 overall. We could use another pass rusher. Hummler really should just be a DT. I think corner needs to be a focus soon. So I'm going to take a quick look at free agents. Obviously, we could do the approach of taking a guy from now for next year. Van Der Esch, obviously a great player. Shoait. Gotta take a Shoait. This is the Chargers guy a couple years back. He's a good wide receiver. 27 years old, though. I think he started at 24. He's older than Derek Nandi and Gallup, so it's a little embarrassing for them. We could obviously use a replacement for Devontae Parker, but I think we can let this slide. Draft recap. What the hell did we need again? Corner? I think it was a corner. Wide. Hey, calm down. Okay, calm down. Wide receiver Taven Brinkley, 21 years of age, normal dev, good at speed, good at excel, terrible agility, can't make any people miss, classic Madden. Left guard Anthony Robinson, he's 24, but one hell of a steal, late second. Actually, no, this was still late, but this is the Buccaneers pick. Then we got Curtis Wilson here. This was another really good draft. This Dolphins team really knows how to draft, I'll tell you that. I have a feeling, though, that they don't really do that too often in Sim, usually, because you don't really see them make it to the Super Bowl. But then again, it's not very common for any of these random teams to do it. So Brinkley, I kind of want him to be number 3, but he is 21, so we'll let Parker go. One more go. We could trade this quarterback off, Purdom. He's probably gonna need a contract soon. He's probably worth around a second or a third round, if we're being completely honest here. Who the hell is Hunter? Who's Hunter? Oh, yeah, they drafted him recently. I don't even know what round that was, but this is actually a pretty damn good team. I mean, I could see us making it right back to the Super Bowl. Why are we such a low overall compared to last season, though? Who did we lose? We got a new left guard. He's great. Like, we didn't lose anybody. What the hell? Why are we why are we worse? I don't even understand. We traded Purdom and a young left tackle to the Dolphins, the Redskins, for a second-round pick, because they're actually projected pretty good, and we're giving them a quarterback that should make them even better. We go for the second-round pick. Maybe a little bit of a reach. I don't know. But, of course, this next season, we could start taking players again. We are halfway through this thing, kind of, and obviously we're ready to hopefully make it back to the Super Bowl and just do good things, just do good things. Headed to the playoffs. It was a close call. Let's see if we made it. Very impressive stuff. We had to beat the 10-4 Jets. We went from, I believe, 5-6, if I'm not mistaken, to 10-6, which is very impressive stuff. As you can see, we won 5 straight. Not bad at all. Lost by 1 to the Bears, so you could, make the argument that we would have been even better. Maybe a couple unlucky losses. Patrick, he's turned into definitely a solid starter. Trayshawn Hughes, constantly dropping dead, but he's young, so I'm not even worried about it. Devontae Parker could be like a super Really? Oh, he gained Dev. Okay, never mind. Chris Godwin drops Dev. LaRon, did he drop Dev there? We did play him at number 2, actually, so it makes sense that he, you know. Oh, look at Session. He's so good. Honestly, I don't want to really move him from what he's doing. You know what? You're getting normal penalty as well. EA trying to cuck you? Actually, I probably shouldn't even have touched that. I really don't want him to be changed at all. He's a god. Alan Moore, did he drop Dev there? I'm not going to worry about that. I wouldn't know. You know, tackles are kind of low. You know, it might be decent sacks, but tackles are what you're looking for. Xavier Howard, did he go up in Dev? He didn't go up in Dev from a 6. I really like. Let me know what you guys think. Should we go really in depth with this? Like, when you guys see a guy with 5+ picks doesn't go up in Dev, a guy with 15+ sacks doesn't go up in Dev, should we upgrade that? I definitely want, you know, anyone that loses Dev, they're not losing it. They're getting it back. But that's beside the point. Let's take a look at if we can make the Super Bowl, I suppose. We made it once before, lost by, I don't even know, possession. Win against the Raiders, not a super hard team to beat. Texans are, though. We beat the Jets once before, and it was a clutch-needed win. So here it is again. This time they get the better of us, which is unfortunate. You have the Jets versus the Cowboys. Kind of hoping the Cowboys win this thing. And they do. Okay, so we kind of didn't really expect it, but I would say there was a better chance it was going to happen than it wasn't. So 65 mil to work with, 92 overall. Wide receivers are perfectly fine. Could use a number 3 wide receiver, though. Right tackle, it's time, unfortunately. Juwan James, it's time. Don't know how much it... Oh, you're going to get rid of your best right outside linebacker, or your best linebacker in general, when you have 65 mil? I don't think so. We're getting him back for free, and we'll add another player somewhere else, I suppose. How would you let him go? I don't understand that at all. I really don't. It just doesn't make any sense. And now it's going to cost us like way more. Like, why would you get rid of him? You just made the championship game. You have tons of cap space. You know what we should do? We should start getting rid of star players. That, you know, you wouldn't want to continue your success. That would just be absurd. Why would you want that? You know, you maybe miss the Super Bowl by 1 or 2 plays. Let's just completely change the team up. See if that'll, you know, maybe that'll work. You know, a really, really risky move, but hey, you know, it's making the championship isn't good enough. We go to the draft. I didn't even see if we got our guy back. Hopefully we did. If we didn't, I don't even know what to say. We did. So the biggest need being probably cornerback, honestly, because, you know, Xavier Howard is an 88 overall. He's 30 now. I don't like the age there. Defensive line, I think, is fine. So right tackle and cornerback is the main issue. Of course, wide receiver is going to be an issue soon. Not really a need just yet. Whoa. This guy's good. A- throw up. That's a scrambler if I've ever seen one. That is nice. Oh, so we do have pick 3 in the second round. I was really hoping that wide receiver was there. To be fair, they could have taken him. Obviously, you don't know. I'm just going to take the risk. I don't even know. I don't know anything about him, but he's too fast. In a user league, that's perfectly fine. Great injury. Amazing stamina. Pretty damn fast for a 6'7" guy, and he's only 22. Honestly, when I first glanced at that guy, I thought he's going to be better. I really did, but he's still an okay player. He'll be a backup. Maybe we'll put him on the training. Who knows? Could take over for Gesicki one day. Don't know what they took in the first round. Hopefully it wasn't a... What did we take? A tight end? He wasn't very good. Second round pick. They went with a left tackle. Did need a tackle, so assuming they want us to put him at right tackle, fair enough. They actually did go with the cornerback, Malcolm Thorne. He's kind of exactly what I expected. James Clark, I knew there was something about him having Dev. Like, there's just sometimes those guys, I don't even really know if he's worth it, but we're going to put him there anyways. We're going to start him. No, thank you, buddy. Oh, they got a 70 overall fullback, Casey Backus. I remember it used to be easier to get good Dev fullbacks. Was it Gleason? I think it was. Oh, my God. Sickening. 87 speed, or 88 speed, 86 agility, 86 excel. However, imagine going, oh, damn, 21, 6'1", superstar Dev. Holy crap, 90 throw power for a scrambler, 88 speed, 81 injury, and 82 toughness. What the hell? That would be so disappointing. You know, obviously, in a league where you're not cheating, obviously, if you really wanted to, you could up it. This guy would have been such like a good, just average quarterback was for the damn throw power. And we're in the playoffs, 13-3. I really don't know what the hell we did to upgrade ourselves to 13-3. We We were 10-6 a season ago, so that's fine. We finished strong. That's one thing we can say that we do really well, which is finish strong. We're after we upgrade his last XP trait, we'll be finished with those. Hughes? Question mark. You didn't lose Dev, so there's that. How good is Hughes now? I think he was like 89 speed, 92 excel. God damn it, Hughes, get that speed up, dude. You're wasting yourself. That's a star. That's a star, Dev, right there. There he is. Devontae Parker, that's a star as well. Nope, it's a normal. He sucks. We put Brinkley on the wide receiver thing. What's his Dev? Hey. I don't know if he got that just now because I thought he started with normal. But I am very appreciative of that. Pick totals, nope. Sack totals, damn, Session really dropped this time. Watch him not lose. He did, okay. Never mind. He's kind of maxed, isn't he? He's kind of, how good is he now? Agility. Look at him. Holy crap. Obviously, he has some finesse upgrades, but even then, he's so good. Like, he got so good so quickly, the AI actually couldn't ruin him. They were trying to. They're like, let's just keep making him a block shedder. He'll never get to the quarterback. That's how we get this guy. They're like, oh, crap, we're out of upgrades. We have to upgrade pass rush. And now he's a god. All of a sudden, he can't get to the quarterback, though. We beat the Texans. Come on, it's the Raiders. Let's be honest here. What? I don't know if Madden ever gets on, like, Twitch fails, but that would have been a Madden Twitch fail moment if we were streaming this. Because what the hell is that? Patrick, please, don't throw 3 picks. And, of course, it's Zeke. Obviously, I don't regret having Hughes as our starting running back, but still, you've got to be joking. But, hey, now Hughes could have himself... Actually, no, we already have that. Never mind. Gesicki's going to have the tight end tray. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. I really thought that was another easy trip to the Super Bowl. We are wasting these seasons. And, I mean, in fairness, the Raiders did win, so apparently they're good. 50 mil, so we're looking all right. I don't know, Patrick probably needed a contract or he needs one this season. Clark, not a bad upgrading start from Star Dev. We lost Devontae Parker. Perfect, makes perfect sense. Dolphins are managing the team about as well as I would expect. New cornerback is the main focus now. Godshaw, or whatever his name is probably on his way out soon. Ibukam also in that boat. Hasn't really performed well at all, so he's not going to be one of those guys that lasts a super long time, like the Max and the Donalds and all those guys. Russell Wilson. George Potts, how are you? 25 years aged. Those aren't words anyone's ever spoken before. Great player. That is more than likely our choice, huh? Yeah, there's no question about it. That is our guy, so we're going to spend a little bit of money. Get you for, let's get you a 6-year deal. I think with Quick Dev, a good season at number 2. Could get him to star. That would be a good, that would be a good player. I don't really want to pay him too much more, but I mean, we have the money for now. What are we? Is this year 6, year 7? It's probably year 6, so we're getting close to that point where we're going to be broke. That's usually how it always works. So Potts, and that's, there goes our gained player for the year. All right, time to take a look at the draft recap. They decided to go guard Wyatt Shunning. This guy usually looks like a normal dev type of guy. Dixon Lumpkin. 6'6", 21 years old. Pretty damn low strength. His good block shedding, though, he's kind of a DT. He's got a little bit of strength. He's a weird fella. Honestly, if we're going to be legit, it almost seems like a, I don't even know, like a defensive end. I don't even know. It's weird because his strength is really bad. Trenton Green, another beast. All right, a little bit slower. Another beast? Nope. Another beast? Nope. That's fine with me. Perfectly fine. Good picks, I suppose. Is Godshaw going to be replaced this season? Probably. I don't know. Really don't even need a cornerback, do we? Should we try to... Let's try to trade off Howard if we can. Let's try to trade Howard for like a draft pick. Howard's a really good cornerback, so I expect to get a little bit off of him. Juwan James needs to go as well. I don't know how much it costs to release, but we definitely need to save the money on him. Because of how old he is, he's only going to be worth about a 4th-round pick. And that's pretty much it. We just got to, move things around and be back on our way to potentially another, championship-style run. Playoff time. Did you expect anything else? I almost said more, but kind of wanted more. Even though 13-3 is perfectly fine. Finished out strong again. Not as strong, but Pretty damn close. Who is this guy? Lucas Miles. He's some sort of Giants player. Rashard Patrick's been that top 5 guy, like, in MVP for a while now. Here's Hughes. That isn't a dev. Okay, I'm going to have to force a dev up because that's, that's definitely a dev up. He's worked his way to the top here. Slowly but surely, he's starting to become a dependable guy. Got to reward him on that one for sure. Godwin, that might be short of super. I think it was. It's fine, though. We're not really worried about that. Brinkley? Star? Damn, I thought he would have went up just because of, that being not an easy goal to hit as a slot receiver. But oh well, I guess. Good sack totals again, I suppose, even though it doesn't make any sense. Potts! The new guy. That's a star. I don't care. I'm sorry. It's a star. On a long contract. Star dev. It worked out for the best. Sorry, but EA needs to up their game, I suppose. Here we are, headed to the divisional round. We usually make it to the championship game every time, so hopefully that continues. If we could just win 1 or 2 Super Bowls, it would be easily the most successful one we've ever had. And here we are in the Super Bowl versus the Rams. Come on. It's an 8-8 team. Like, you've got to be kidding me. We don't win this game. There you go. The Miami Dolphins are the world champions of football. Finally, 37-27. 4 touchdowns. A very good shootout there. Who got 3 touchdowns? Philia. Who the hell is that? Who is Marcus Morgan? What a legend. I don't even know who the hell that is, but good plays, man. Doesn't matter who you are. You could show up any point. So advance, see how much money we have. Probably nothing. So we have exactly 12 mil. We went from 50 mil to 12 mil. Hopefully that means we just had to pay a bunch of dudes. This is the guy that had 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards. The best receiver on our team for the day. I remember that guy, actually. Good stuff. Good stuff, my dude. How much is... we still have Jawan, man. Why the hell? We're going to run out of money a lot sooner than I thought, though. I know, obviously, we just won a Super Bowl, so I'm not even worried about it, but... Jesus, man. I think we're going to have the draft. I don't think we can spend too much on high-tier, free agents. Of course, we're going to have pick 32. There's, good players at the top of the draft board. We'll let the AI take care of it, but if not, we'll have to take somebody. I don't even know what the hell we want. QBs, I'd honestly debate. Obviously, we just paid him, but I would probably debate a quarterback. Hubbard looks very good, honestly. I don't know if we really need a backup running back, but guy looks pretty solid, I can't lie. Are they going to take best available, or are they just going to take, what they need? Because we could use a backup running back. We've had, 65 overalls for ages. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that guy. I think he looks too good to pass up. Andre Hubbard, quick dev, 21 years of age. Going to be on the team for a long time. Looks solid. 77 strength's not bad either for an elusive back. I know pick 32 isn't going to be super luxurious, but I don't like anything in this draft, so pick 32 is going to be traded for a next year pick from, I don't know. The Broncos apparently are a pretty decent team, so we're going to take their second-round pick, which should be fair. Apparently not. I don't know how Laramie Tunsil's still really solid. It makes no sense to me, but let's move on. Laramie Tunsil is an 86 overall, even though he's 31. That's crazy. Let's take a look at the draft recap. We obviously got rid of our second-round pick, which I think was a smart move. And, I mean, this is kind of the stuff you're going to get. Okay, to be fair, Darius Kreiner. Don't know what you're going to do with him, but not bad at all. Corey Hunt, very fast player. I mean, not as bad as I thought. First glance, I thought terrible, terrible draft. Second glance, it's terrible draft. You were ahead of the playoffs, obviously coming off of a Super Bowl season/win, actually. We should see the playoffs again, and we don't. 9-6-1. We missed the playoffs. Holy crap. Okay. That would be a little disappointing. Can't lie, but let's take a look at the stats. Quick glance, Patrick did not have a lot of touchdowns. Rushing, we did have a lot with Hubbard and fairness. Receiving, Godwin, that could be a superstar dev. Stay star, so he's going to be around for potentially the rest of this rebuild, or 10-year sim rebuild, whatever you want to call it. Simply based on that, that dev holding up. Speaking of sacks, so Alan Moore is kind of on par for, Hall of Fame status, is he not? They didn't even put any coverage on him. He's like a run-stopping god. Somehow he just gets to the quarterback with terrible pass rush stats, but I mean, these are some pretty good numbers sack total-wise for Hall of Fame worthy. He's not even a coverage, a pass rusher, but what is that, 60, 70 sacks, and he's still got quite a bit of ways to go? Easily should hit over 100 in his career. It's kind of wild, isn't it? So the Giants win the Super Bowl over the Jets by 2. New York battle. How much money do we have? -$1 million. We're a 94 overall team, though. Smith is actually going to regress before Godwin. That's insanity. That is just ridiculous. There's Godwin. He's 30, and he's going to last longer. Trayshawn Hughes is 28, which is kind of worrisome. We're going to put Riddle over Gesicki. How much is Gesicki going to cost us to release? Yeah, they must have just paid him, which is unfortunate. I don't know who Palmer is, but we'll start him at left guard. We might have to start someone. How much is Tunsil? Yeah, can't do that and lose a lot of money. Oh, where's our quarterback? Oh, wait, no, he's there. Whew. I thought Backus was. I thought it was a guy named Backus at QB. I was like, what? No way. So we lose Ibukam. I don't know if that's a money thing. What's the story? Lumpkin is a great pickup. Not pickup, but great replacement for Godshaw. We have no money. I'm not sure where it's going. It must be to the QB, huh? QB, these 3 guys are making a ton of money. Fitzpatrick, we do have a lot of big-name guys. It's gonna be Tunsil that's costing us the most, considering he's not even that good anymore. Well, we can't afford to, sign anybody, so we're going to just go straight to the draft. And we still have, technically, a year and a half left, 2 years left. Usually this happens, the final season. Trying to think of, so we need a wide receiver, kinda. What else do we need? We need to replace the left tackle, but we can't really do that because it's going to be a huge penalty. The Dolphins kind of cucked us with that. The quarterback position is obviously the big one. You want to keep the team in whole. You're going to have to get a new quarterback, but at the same time, he's a great quarterback, so you can't really exactly just get rid of him, can you? Replacing our safety could be a big move, actually. Put Gilbert on that little thing. This guy's got a great hit power. You wouldn't think they would give that good of hit power to a bad player, would they? Well, I mean, I guess if you're going to say we need anything, it's probably going to be a safety just to try to get cheaper. 77 overall, we'll see what that's all about. Obviously, that technically counts as our pick, even though we didn't physically pick him. We picked 19 and 20. What are the chances of that? Drafted J-Bliss Graham. Very slow. What? That's the highest pitch, surprise I've ever had. I thought he was, first in... Oh, no, he wasn't, actually. He was, a 4.58. But 4.58 should not be 85 speed, 85 excel. That's a little unfair, isn't it? Draft is almost simmed. Honestly, we're just trying to grab guys that are decent enough, hopefully, to replace guys we can't afford. Maybe a wide receiver. I don't know. We do go DT. Ooh, wide receiver right after that. Speaking of, 24. What the hell? Irvin Poe, normal dev, but he is 75 overall, so I don't know, maybe we start him. Ralston Seward. Oh, I didn't even think about that. We actually did need a starting right end. Clutch pickup there for us. Wade Kranchik, I don't know. Pick 20, really. I guess let's take a look at the difference between the two safeties. We had the choice in 2. I wanted the guy with more hit power. Let's see if that was the right decision or not. The other safety, I would assume, was this guy. I think was him. 21, a bit faster. There's nothing really, Do you want the speed or the hit power for a safety? I don't know. It's hard to tell. All right. We missed by a little bit last season. This season, we're 11 and 5, and it wasn't enough for a bye week. The Jets cuck us with a quarter win. Patrick, not bad rushing. Interesting. Hubbard with 12 touchdowns, yet no yards. He's an 85 overall, which is kind of interesting. Godwin still staying strong. This LaRon Smith guy is actually about to be kicked off the team soon, despite Godwin being just as old but twice as good. Sessions is honestly on his way to being a Hall of Famer. Where did Mueller come from? He must be wanting a contract because, yeah, he came out big. Star dev, looking good. Lumpkin, I don't know what dev he's going to be. He actually dropped dev. He had a good season, though. What else do we have? So Alan Moore, 12 sacks. He's... Hall of Fame cusp. Lawrence Session, of course, just based off of, what I've seen, he has to be a Hall of Famer, right? Well, let's do some math here. This is going to be sucky. 18, 28. Let's just call this 50, 70, 90. 104 sacks on his career, I think. And how old is he? 24 sacks in his career. 104 sacks in his career, and he's 28. That's pretty good for a guy that's played DT all his life, drafted as an edge. All right, the Broncos, who I believe we have their second-round pick, or was that a season before? Damn it, we lost right out the gate, and then we're coming on to our final season here. We're already broke the way it is. Saints, Jets, the Saints win. So that's 3 Super Bowls the Jets have attended and only won 1, I believe. Week 1, 1 week from now, this is going to look really ugly on our part. 91 overall. How much money do we have? We're negative 3 mil with 91 overall. That is ugly as can be. Tunsil at an 80 overall. You got to respect how long he's played, but he really isn't worth the 10 plus mil we're paying him. It just doesn't make any sense. We lose Godwin here. Smith is our starting wide receiver. This is just unacceptable behavior. They paid him. You had a choice between one or the other, and you paid him. We lost 2 linebackers. We're this broke, and yet we're this trash. How? So I think we might have to fix EA's mistakes manually here. Gonna have to clear a cap penalty because EA is something else, I'll tell you that. Like a sickie, you can't just pay him to be a backup. His head does not fit his body at all. We might be able to afford one of the linebackers after this. Do we risk the quarterback? Like, I feel like a restructure would be in order, so I'm just gonna cheese it hard. Sessions is the only guy here that I would actually pay the contract to. We're letting Smith go, and we're gonna pay Godwin instead. EA and the AI was doing pretty damn well, and then they just completely just went stupid. Don't understand what that's all about. More, that kind of is our fault for the signing. However, the incurred penalty, I wish I could take away I wish I could add 5 mil, because I think everything's fair. I think everything's unfair except for the 5 mil. That's the 5 mil. That's my fault, So, wish I could add that back. So this guy, my boy, Patrick, wants quite a bit of money. Can we pay him a 1-year deal, though? He's 30 years old. He actually wants that kind of money at 30. How? Damn it, Colts. Everyone's cucking us. See, Baker's not really asking for a whole lot. So I think we can do that. He's not asking for a whole lot, but I, on the other hand, will say, hey, buddy, you want to join the team for way more than you're asking for? So our guy Moore has rejected. We do get Russell Wilson, though. Maybe he can be the guy that carries us to the promised land. But let's be honest. Let's not get wild. I suppose we'll draft a few players. We lost so much more than we can actually recover from. But maybe we'll get lucky. A 90 overall. We have a new quarterback. New, Godwin's kind of bad, but new wide receiver situation. Tight end situation's trash. Defensively, we're missing 2 linebackers. Lovely stuff. Kreiner, I think we would, probably utilize him as a starter going forward, just because he is star dev still. We need an outside linebacker, I suppose. Pick 24. We're going to take a little bit of a reach here. Early third, Vaughn Quarles, star dev. There's just something about him that I saw that I liked. Obviously, a great core piece to work with, but final year probably not going to work out too well for us. And then honestly, I can skip because I have a couple of guys on the draft board. I'm not even worried about it. The way this kind of crumbled at the end, I really don't care about quote-unquote breaking the rules because we ended up losing more players than we could actually get because of the poor management of money, re-signing the wrong players. So Quarles, I did put the quarterback on the block here, or whatever the hell it is, just because that's kind of the move you would probably go with in the future because Russell's just a Band-Aid at the moment. Of course, definitely a downgrade in talent on the team. However, it's still okay enough. It's kind of a poor way to finish it, but this is what we're going to have to deal with and hope for the best. Headed to the playoffs. Can we make it? We can, and at 12-4, we were 7-3 at one point, so I knew we were going to make it. I don't know how this is one of our better seasons, despite having easily the worst roster. Maybe this is the kind of point where a lot of teams crumble. I don't know. Russell, absolutely underperforming. No. Godwin's still just outperforming everybody as usual. Even in his old age. Any new right outside linebacker that made the play? No. Not bad for the interior, though, I will say. Well, the defensive line, anyways. Jordan Giles, normal dev. Still a 99 overall god tier player. Loving that. Where's our quarterback that we lost? I don't know who the hell he would have went to. I think it might have been the Patriots. Which would just be absolutely sucky. Went to the Patriots, was okay, but nothing really too spectacular. Normal dev. You suck. So we did get a bye week. Of course, you see a bunch of XP. Don't worry about that. There's not really much we can upgrade. Here it is. Final season. Come on. Come on. And just like that, it's over. Nice. Let's go to Super Bowl. And pretty much end this thing just like that. We instantly lose. The team that beat us, I don't even think, made the Super Bowl. Giants win by 8 over the Bengals. What a terrible score. Anyways, that's pretty much it. We're down to our final 10-year sim. Unless we do a new 10-year sim series, but it's something different. I have no clue yet. Let me know what you guys would like to see replaced or replacing 10-year sims. Probably just do 2 rebuilds a week if you guys are interested. I would say who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? But yeah, hopefully if you're new, maybe you liked the video, so you subscribe. I don't know. Maybe you want to stick around. I'd appreciate it. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. But most importantly, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for the next video. But until next video,